This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Sophia Yvette.
Welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast. Are you in need of a mergers and acquisition firm? Well, one may be closer than you think. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing our good neighbor, Russel Pattinson, founder of ATK Ventures M&A. Russel, it's great to have you on today. Now, we are so excited to learn more about you and your firm. So please start off and tell our listeners just a little bit more about your firm.
Sure. So basically, we are a mergers and acquisition firm. We represent business owners when they are ready to sell their company, and we find quality buyers. Then we negotiate, and then we close on our client's behalf. We make sure that we get a clean deal closing and basically don't leave any money on the table. We do this on a success fee based. So we don't charge anything for any of our services until we actually sell your business. Everything is complimentary. That way we stay invested into the business owner and his company.
I love that. Now, let's get into your background here for a second. How did you originally get into this industry?
So basically, I owned an HVAC company. ATK, a good friend of mine, Talon Coons and Lisa Coons, they approached me and wanted to sell my business. And I said, yes, let's do it. But I didn't say yes straight away. I said, I want to exit in 3 years. Well, I got to basically 6 months later, and I got throat cancer. I was diagnosed, and then I had to sell it. That's in November 22. So they said pretty much I need to sell my business because I'm going to be healing for the next 2 years. So 2025, they said, please come aboard. We want you to come and work with us because you've been through the process. You've been a business owner for 32 years, which is the length of my business. And you'll be able to help many other businesses, which is what I've done and doing.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how I got it.
Thank you for sharing that with our audience today. Now, being in the mergers and acquisition field, what is the most common misconception you come across with this business?
Well, the misconception is you don't really need a deal team and a business broker to sell your business. But if you have a business of any size, it's by far your best interest to hire an experienced deal team to represent you. Otherwise, I think it's like if you get sued, do you go into the courtroom with no lawyer? It's the same thing. If you want to sell your business, you need an experienced deal team, which is what ATK M&A is. Selling your business is something that you put a lot of time into your business, and you want to make it go smooth when you're selling it. There's lots involved. There's negotiation, there's legal, and basically we want to do the negotiation for you, and we can because we're experienced, and then we can look over the legal, and we can get you the best clean deal out there and make sure that when you're selling your business, you're not going to be held with liabilities that you can get when you sell your business in the legal agreement. And we help with that. We take care of that.
Wow, Russel, thank you for filling us in with that great information. We're going to go ahead and switch gears here for a minute. Now, we do know that marketing is the heart of every business. So ideally, who are some of those businesses you're looking to help? What industries are they in? And how are you attracting them?
So basically what we're doing is I do a lot of we do some telemarketing, by the way. And then I do a lot of network marketing. So I go out and about and visit with groups of people and basically talk about what we do. And we help businesses. We're not there just to walk in and say, I want to sell your business. We go in there and we show them how we can help them, whether they want to sell it or whether they want an exit plan, which we can work on a great strategy to get you out of your business. That's something that most brokers, they basically want to get your money when you do the opinion evaluation, which we don't. Ours is complimentary. And you can pay up to $5,000 for an opinion evaluation with some of your bigger companies.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, how else are you attracting, some of these business owners to you besides the networking?
So we have a lot of connections over the years. We've been in business, and that's with lawyers, accountants, all of those people, bankers. We have connections already, and that's what it's about, is making your connections. We follow through on what we get connected with, which obviously people that connect us, we do a good job. And that's what it is connecting. And we have a bunch of connecting people out there, lawyers, like I say, and accountants.
Well, have you ever thought of connecting with business owners with your very own branded podcast?
No, I have not. This is actually probably maybe the second or third podcast in my whole life. Yeah, we haven't thought about that. But we plan on doing some interviews, video interviews and things like that. We plan on doing that in the future.
Now, letting our listeners know the biggest takeaway they should gather from learning about your company today, what is that number one takeaway?
The number one takeaway is we align with our clients. We help them meet their exit goals for sure. And when we provide complimentary and confidential opinion evaluations and exit strategy consultation, most valuations can have a value to it at $5,000 and up. So when we provide business owners extremely valuable information at no cost or no strings attached. So that's what we do.
Final question for you today, Russell. Where can our listeners go to learn more about ATK Ventures M&A?
They can call me. I have an email. They can email me, and basically we'll try to connect, sit down, or do a Zoom call, do a discovery call, and then after that we can do an opinion evaluation, and then we can decide from there how you want to proceed. You want to sell now, or do you want to exit in a year, 6 months? For us, it's helping you, and you as the business owner is in the driving seat at all times.
Is there a website they can go to?
Yes, ATK Ventures, atk-ventures.com.
Well, Russell, I really appreciate you being on the show today. We wish you and your business the best moving forward.
Thank you very, very much. And I just wanted to check one other thing.
Russell, you had something else to leave our audience with?
No, sorry, that was it. I was going to do something else, but no, that's it. I'm good to go, and hopefully we can help a lot of companies out there. That's what.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpfrisco.com. That's gnpfrisco.com. or call 469-221-9345.